So, why do people get shorter as they age? Big mystery, right? People shrink as they age. Everybody knows that. Oh, because they're losing muscle mass, they're losing calcium in their bones are breaking down. Well, it turns out to be a lot simpler than that. It turns out almost to be ridiculously simple. Lining the inside of our skull down to our tailbone at the base of our spine, for all intents and purposes, we have a rubber band. Yes, technical term is meninges, but it acts like, it looks like, and it does the same thing as a rubber band. Well, what happens when you twist up a rubber band? It shortens and it kinks, right? Well, that's what's happening in our insides. On the inside of our spine, these are all the bones of the spine, right? This is the pelvis, this is the base of the skull. What you may not know is that on the inside, there's a hollow space, like a tunnel, in which lies suspended the spinal cord. Well, the spinal cord is protected by this rubber band. And life injuries cause the rubber band to twist up. And when the inside twists up, the outside twists up. And if you can imagine this happening on the inside, you can imagine it happening on the outside. That's why quite often you see people walking around and they're all twisted and wacky looking and their bodies are janky and all stuff. Or they'll say they feel tight. They literally feel tight because that rubber band is tight. Well, that's all it is. Rubber band gets tighter and the body shrinks. The reason why we also, older people their head starts getting closer and closer to the ground is because every one of these bones, the vertebrae, they can slide freely, forwards and backwards, side to side, and they rotate, right? Now the thing is, these bones tend to, more often than not, they tend to slide forwards because all the muscles of the body are in the front. There are no muscles directly behind the vertebrae. These are called the spinous processes. There are no muscles directly behind them to pull them back in place. So you can test for yourself. If you breathe in and out, and you exhale and let your body slump, you'll feel you might have a fold over here, or a fold where your head will bob forward. That's because that bone is literally slid forward. So how do you get that back in place? Well, what you don't do is you don't push from the back to the front. That just slides it more forward. What you do is you stabilize the bone underneath the bone that slid forward, and then you push the forward bone back in place and suddenly your body's holding itself upright. This only works once you take the tension off the rubber band, so you create space, right? Loosen up the body. Now, finding somebody who does this, that's key. Luckily, I know somebody. I happen to know a doctor of physical therapy in Union Square, New York City, conveniently located to all modes of transportation. Feel free to give us a call, 646-543-1562. Structural Synergy Physical Therapy, Advanced Biostructural Correction. Have a good one. Cheers.